Hey guys, Pluto is speaking. God, like promised. Yep. I'm making peace cobbler for my baby diamond. It's dark for me. Weather. It's in. This used to be a fun house, but now it's full of evil clowns. It's time to start the countdown. We're gonna burn it down, down, down. Pink, I love you. Thank you, Pink. This is what I grew up on. I am making peach cobbler, right? Yeah. It's so good. Welcome for. Yeah, I made it from scratch. It's in the morning. Meditating, guys. I have no idea what's the saying. You know what else coming to my mind right in a few? Oh, God, see? Pluto. See, it's music. What you want me to do? The planets do this to me. Go to Pluto and tell Pluto to stop doing this to this celestial god of King Friday with Simon articles. Tell her to stop it. Because that's what you're going to have to do. Or call God. Most of y'all rather call Pluto, right? But then tell Pluto to stop it. So, yes, Pink. I love you, Pink. Thank you. I was hearing, there's a song by Madonna that I was hearing. What's the song with Madonna? Guys, this is Pluto. When the planets speak, what you do, you listen, right? Now, okay, I'm going to let some, okay, hopefully the ad play in this one, right? Because now, yeah, shoot. Nicki Minaj. Yeah, now you want to make sure people get paid, right? Oh, I love this song. I heard this by Madonna, and I'm like, right, Madonna, bitch, I'm Madonna. Yes, I do this. You're my drink that. That's just what we said right now. It's Pluto, guys. It's wrong. Pluto is the transformer. She breaks down spectrums in order to be able to create new ones. Like this body dancing and all the bending and curving that it can do. Reflexology. Madonna, girls just want to have fun. She made that one too, or that's gonna be background. See what I mean? Yeah, let me do some. Guys, look what I found. I guess it's gonna rain. It's pouring. Yes, it is. Now, see, I don't know. I just say I'm gonna do Littles and Pluto, and look what happened. Pluto came up first. I found my daughter went to Barbados, right? Do you know she didn't even unpack the? I guess she didn't unpack. I went through her suitcase and look what I found. I cracked it open. I'm gonna put it in the cabinet, and then when she see it, she was like, "You, I don't know, maybe she forgot it." I'm assuming it's like honey in it. It's so good. It's like a elixir. It tastes like it is some kind of rum, but it tastes like it might be. Is it tamarind or something? I think it got like tamarind in it. Guys, it's abbreviated rum punch. It's brand new. So everything that you just got. Me, I know that it's in the home too though, and it's working. I don't know. I hope, yeah, I don't know what this is about, y'all. But let's see. It smells so, the rain. It smells really, really good. It's not thundering, but it is raining. Let's turn it down, and then hopefully the ads will play, and then it's on YouTube Music. So let's see what else come on, right? So guys, look, I don't know. I haven't got copyrighted yet, so let me see. So Pluto, that's the goal. Okay. Yeah. Is the transformer, right? So guys, I told you I use Emily Clint's words, right? Her, uh, yes. So according to Emily Clint's in her system, claiming your power through astrology, right? She sells all of this stuff on her website. You could go to her website. She has all kind of fantastic things that you could do. I love her system again from me and my family, but there are others, right? So Pluto, hmm, this is the toughest of the outer planets. When Saturn can act as the motivational teacher or coach, Pluto has the same goals to help you achieve all that you can. The only difference is that it is a what? Merciless? It's a merciless energy that will force you to move forward. Yes, that will force you to move forward. If you were meant to move to a new city and continuously denied yourself that intuitive pull, Pluto is the energy that would have your house destroyed in its I see, yeah. Joe. Now I'm gonna have to yes. Oh my god, he will have Pluto. Now for me, I experience Pluto as feminine energy. Yo, your fucking house will move. Yeah, a storm will come blow that motherfucker. Yep, and you be standing there like, wow, I just has to be God. Pluto is the energy that will have your house destroyed in a storm as it could get you into moving. It is the CEO of your spiritual growth. And it is concerned with your bottom line. growth in this life. Its placement in your chart represents the area for the most amount of spiritual growth, progress, um, personal power. Now, according to karmic astrology, I was saying it is the transformer. Now, it deals with eighth house matters. You could look up eighth house matters now. Yeah, seeing it from here is a little bit hard, but eighth house is the occult, right? And all this, other people's money, wills, legacies, um, that kind of stuff. So I guess, right? It's not. I guess I know that where Pluto lies in your chart is very significant because in those areas, I agree, is where a lot of your spiritual growth is going to happen. Now, you could say you want a spiritual path or not, but we all, right, should have a spirit and it has to grow, hopefully, unless it's getting smaller. Now, there are soul drinkers in the world that go around shrinking souls, right? Or are you a soul shrinker? But however, right, we know that soul shrinkers, they exist. So hopefully you right, you got a big soul and you're working on making it bigger, right? Because yeah. So then you have to look and see where, but now Pluto is in Capricorn retrograding right now, right? Because it been jumping back and forth in right, it been in Capricorn and Aquarius. So a little bit, but Capricorn and Aquarius, they actually work hand in hand together. So it makes sense that that it will be Pluto be going back and forth, specifically with them two, as much as it has. They work in pairs. So Pluto being inside of Aquarius, it has something that's specifically to do with with the archetype of Aquarian, the inventor. So people, individuals who've been inventing something, such as me. I make cards and I make jewelry. I'm an inventor, yeah, such as a lot of us, which also has to do with the archetype of the entrepreneur, right? So they, yeah, for me, Uranus deals with the feminine principle, but generational, going back, right? For me, so it's more related to um your mother's line going back generationally. For me, now it can be both, but me specifically, especially looking at Saturn and studying what Saturn is doing. Saturn is the father, right? And it deals with the disciplinarian. But to me, and I said Venus is more. It is feminine, like the mother. But Uranus to me deals with the generational stuff, the patterns and all this stuff that we carry from lifetime to lifetime, back time is in there. Look, yes, in there. So yeah, because the Empress is always the Empress, right? Which is ruled by Venus. That's the mom, right? So the moon is what's hidden. We connected to feminine energy because it's fluid and but it's not necessarily not for me, not the mom. That's Empress, right? Energy, which is through Venus. So it's going back, looking at all this generational stuff, right? That goes back to our parents. But with Saturn being, this is how I look at it because uh Saturn, isn't it it Aquarius is right, it's ancient ruler. See what I mean? So at some point it split off, but why? Because I feel like it needed to be at some point it needed definition to be defined, right? Yeah, like some sort of like definition is what I'm getting. Some clarity, all right, about what its purpose is and what it needed to do, what it needs to do, right? So it's specifically geared toward uh move it works, yeah, moving because after Saturn squares you, then Yeah, at some point, Uranus comes along, right? Because it's after, right? To move you, yeah, to move you along, to push you out of the rut that you in from being disciplined by. What happens when you get disciplined by your father? Usually it's your mother who goes, see what I mean? So that's just my perspective. Most astrologers, right, it's the science behind it. You learn from other people, but you come up with your own perspective. It's science, right? Your own theory about these things. You're not limited just to somebody else's. You have it's somebody, yeah, yeah. So Pluto, right? Now, just to give me some direction as to where Pluto is going to go, I'm going to use my cards and see what a question that comes out that Pluto want us to focus on. Pluto, yes, please, come on. Oh man, it's so Plutonian. That's what I'm saying. It's the Ace of Swords. Good God Almighty, Death, Libra, Mercury in Scorpio, 29, the lady. So, guys, you could go look up the lady, the two Ace of Swords, yeah, and see what it means. But I mean, it's the absolute clarion call to your mind. So it's like a psychological um thing. For some, it could trigger like a yeah, like psychosis, psychotic breaks. Not laughing. I speak. Yeah, it's the truth. When you hear sometimes when you hear the truth, it will blow your mind. And the question that Pluto at once is asking us to ask ourselves is, what do you appreciate, oh God, about your personality? So, okay, right. Now, I just made these cards up. I looked up some like psychological questions, and it was just the idea I had. See, the inventor. I'm gonna put them on some cards. I just did it randomly, but they seem to fit. I'm like, good God Almighty. Yeah. What do you appreciate about your personality? And the Ace of Swords, yep, the truth. The Ace of Spades. So Pluto, yeah. So it's issues, right? Obviously, right, with the personality coming up here. So I guess the best place to go here is right to the fairies and figure right, like Robert for, because that might help us when it comes to personality. Because his fairies, yeah. So since they right here, the Ace of Swords, and it is Mercury, Scorpio, and Libra. But now, since Pluto is in Capricorn, that's going to include Capricorn, yeah, too. And shit, probably Uranus, Aquarius. So yeah. So specifically, the signs of Libra, Scorpio, and Aquarius. But I think, and so the rulers of those Venus, Mercury, and Pluto. Well, Pluto is speaking here. I did one for Venus. Mercury, I didn't do. I guess maybe I will. Damn. So, oh God, the Cadian, which is nice, Pluto. Yes, yes. The Cadian, the Cadian. Scorpio is a five. So fives for me are related to the Most High God. For me, they like the hand of God. So when I see them, see the aces that come out, that's how I related. The aces are like the fives to me. They related to the life path of five. For I don't know a yard in your chart. So In this case, it's the aces, Pluto. Ace of Cups. Ace. Then in this case, it is the Ace of Swords, right? But baby, babies, Pluto. I mean, school. Yeah, you guys, whoever I mentioned, babies are. Yeah, Pluto is talking about babies, y'all. Babies, babies, babies. So since Pluto is talking about babies, let me get. See, and I can't even. But here, look at here. Look at this card. Uranus and Saturn. Wonder what card that is. Oh, the Journeyman. A six. See, it's 16. This is 15, 14, and 15. So, yep, some unexpected babies through Pluto. Something to do with children. So now there goes the sun, the fifth house. Yep. Jupiter and expansion. I took babies, y'all. Okay. Pluto. People who got strong Pluto, whatever, yeah, Pluto energy. Well, y'all gonna be having some babies. This is the lady, so you're gonna be going to some doctor or some, yeah. So it has something to do with babies and kids. So the Three of Cups and stuff been coming up a lot recently, like the Three of Cups and stuff about see the Hierophant, because that Hierophant is guys. I'm gonna have to tell the truth now. Yeah, because I can't be worrying about offending people and worried about how you're gonna feel about this stuff. Like I gotta tell the truth here, seriously, because the Hierophant, right? Yeah, with Venus, right? Guys, okay, I'm gonna pull it up. If Venus come out here, then I'm gonna just because it has to do with social service agencies and I don't know, guys. Now, seriously, this could be because with Uranus and all this stuff, unexpected energy is Aquarian. I don't know. Now, it could be jobs with children and all this stuff. It could be, but it could have to do with social service agencies. Like I'm telling you, that's what my heart is hurts on the side, the left. Guys, this could have something to do with like foster care agencies, um, managed care, because some managed care companies they work with children in the schools too, for with paras and things like this with kids. Um, these kinds of agencies that deal with kids with who they under scrutiny. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them might be going under. I don't know, guys. If you work for some sort of child care agency, it could be yeah that works with like children and the youth. It could be even from child care, daycare, yeah, like service providers themselves. I feel like though could be going under getting like scrutiny orders and stuff like that. It could be because the government, right? Capricorn. They could be getting a lot of these places, the schools and things like that. They could be getting audited by the state, guys. So if you work for these companies or these agencies, then I don't know. You better be paying attention because Pluto, especially in government, especially if we're working in government, then yeah, especially the heads of them. I'm hearing, see, AI, the Ace of Swords, all of this artificial intelligence stuff. God, now I just did a video with Venus talking about this thing. Yo, whatever it is you've been, whatever, you better make sure your credentials and everything else, everything is up to par because your degrees, yeah, like go. You're gonna have to go watch that. If you're watching this, you're gonna have to watch the Venus video. Most definitely. Because it's mostly tobacco, guys. I envy because a lot of times I can't. The cigars are too much. So I bust them open and I put to break it down some, and I just put a tiny bit of marijuana in there, just a tiny, tiny bit. Because guys, honestly, to tell you the truth, I probably spend maybe $10 every other day. That's how much. That's how little weed I. Yes, 10. Yeah, maybe $10 every two, maybe sometimes 3 days. I just use it mostly. It's spiritual mostly, but most for pain because I ain't taking that other stuff. And then I drink maybe a sip of beer, mix it with like some fruit juice. Because even the beer, I gotta dilute it. I mix it with juice and drink it. So I could avoid taking all of these drugs. All I take is, yeah, I don't even think I'm supposed to be taking ibuprofen. I think I'm supposed to be taking Tylenol, but shit. I take like six of them, probably a couple times a day. So, um, yeah, like your certifications and all of this stuff, because the sword. I don't know. They better be up to par. Your degrees, they better be real. And even at work, because now I get it. Because when you go to college, I've been talking to my daughter about this too, because she make me nervous. Because I'm like, now I got all these student loans for your degree. Why you don't now? I need to hear you say something that makes sense. Like, because yeah, you've been out of school for now a few minutes, like now. So the theories. I need to see them in practice. She went to school for psychology. So when I'm talking to her, I expect for her to be making these connections by now. But don't fret. Because like my daughter Diamond, who I don't know how she ended I'm just right. She works in a psychiatric hospital. But now see, it's good that they have these type of experiences because I like to call in fire, earth, air, water, spirit, and ether. My way showeth angels, gods, ancestors, sacred ones. Please be here with me now. I set the intention that all the tools used in this session are dedicated to the growth and well-being of all beings in this place. Now, this thing, because outcomes, right? This is how I know it's working. Because outcomes, she come home like, all right, so her mood is disturbed by what she's seeing there. So she's like, it's frustrating. But I could see, I know, I kind of understand why. Because in America, right, and how our system is set up, how it treats psychiatric people. Yep. Is it a real system for them? For the psychiatric and the psychologically ill? What's the treatment? Because most of them. They treat them, but can they be cured? Most of them, right? So there's really no end. So it's like a see. So she's noticing like the people that come out in the hospital, they just come in and out. They come back around and around and around and around and around. And then the people who've been working there for a long time, they know them. Some of them for so she like, wow, so what is this about? Right? Like, okay, right. So they just gonna be going around. And I'm like, Diamond, because what the statistical data states the outcomes for most of these types of people. People who suffer, yeah. Especially if they are criminal, institutionalized, or and right dead. So they cycle this system until one or the other happens. So for her at 26, she's like, wait a minute. So then I don't know because she's already back in school. Like I don't know if I'm gonna be staying in this like he no way because she needs to feel that she's making some sort of difference, right? But it takes time for for these things for you to be able to connect the dots, right? When you studying all the theories and things like that, it's different. But when you get in the field, is when you start actually connecting the dots. So I'm not right. So she is in psychiatry, right? But so now she's starting to, yeah, make the connection. Like, okay, so but these things are brutal. So that yeah, yes, tell him having this thing. Yeah, this conversation with her. So now she's like, okay, so now, all right, what part? Where am I? I'm telling her it's all kind of special populations. Where she work at is broad, so everybody coming with all kinds of things. You're gonna have to be more specified. And what? Yes, but it's the truth. What you? It's the truth. And sometimes as a mother, you gotta be the one to tell them these things, right? To your babies who are innocent in some way. Diamond is like a double moon. And so I asked her, she said they do have a child unit. So I'm like, Diamond, maybe go into the child unit. She was like, nope, I can't. No, thank you. And then yesterday she came home from work, I think, or the day before, and said there was a kid on her floor in her unit. Glory be, yeah, he was getting in trouble. And we was talking about it, but it tied together because I'm like, he must be having power as right. One-on-ones, paras, and all this stuff. Yeah, yep. So the school systems and all this stuff. I don't know. Pluto. Yeah, this Pluto energy is why. Yeah, Pluto. I guess why? Because it's gonna go back. Station right. It's gonna go back into Aquarius. Lots of people they invent schools and all. Yeah. So and with the nodes being where they are, when I did a video, I think on Mars Speaks. I don't. Yeah. And that's the thing with Mars and the nodes. I mean, yeah, with Aries, it's aggressive. They're gonna do this aggressively, and because ashes to ashes, dust to side chicks. Because the economy and what it is, that it's like being in recovery mode, needing to recover. Yeah, man. Because guys, if you look around, eat the food scarcity issue, all of these problems, like yeah. So yeah, all of these places I feel like are gonna because we talking about fifth house, right? Somebody invented these things, these concepts. And it was based off during the time where they was created, it was based off some ideology, right? Some school of thought. But now, fast forward, a lot of these places they've been in existence for a long time, hundreds and hundreds of years. Some guys, I'm telling you, I'm serious. Churches, institution, all this stuff. Watch me flip it. I bet you. Cause I just did Venus, but I'm telling you, it has to do Uranus, cause that came here. Saturn, that's a. I'm saying it's Venus. Where my major arcana is at? There's some extra here, but let's see. See, that's the word fortune. That's Jupiter. But so Jupiter, that's the higher ups. That's what I'm saying. This is coming from the Pluto judgment. God, Pluto speaks. So Pluto, I guess Pluto is saying, no, yeah, you did Venus, so that's that. The justice, see the sun. Yep, the sun doubled. The strength card and the sun. So what I said, fifth house is manifestation, law of a manifestation at its finest. Universal law and spiritual law. Physical law, yep, all the way, yep, or from the top down to the bottom. But I feel like it is because the sun, if I could especially see children. I don't know, guys. I say right now, like right now, maybe I don't know. Expect the unexpected. I don't know for fucking UPS could. I mean, not ACS. They could just show up. I mean, if you doing the right thing, because these things happen. Random people come. I don't know if everything is okay. What the fuck is the problem? Open the door, let them in, and look. I feel like everywhere, because children. If did you see the suicide rate for children? Let's look it up. Current suicide rates. You could go to this. Yeah, I mean, it's lots of places you could go for that. But so this should be easy. I should be able to pull it up because that is serious. Yep, the suicide rate, children, current in the U.S. I don't want the children's hospital. The A. Okay, that's a .org. Yes. I was really looking for, all right, okay, the Center for Disease Control. Well, why is it so old? That's from 2019. Okay, well, it is the most up to date, it looked like. Not from CBA. What's that? Some NBC? That's a news channel? No thanking. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to go with the Center for Disease Control. They take a long time. These studies take a long. So let's go to the center from 2000 and it's the CDC.gov, right? Suicide rates increased steadily over the past 2 decades from 2018 to 19. In 2019, suicide was the 10th leading cause of death in the United States, accounting for 47,551 deaths overall. Suicide is a significant cause of premature death because it is the second leading cause of death among people aged 10 to 14, 15 to 24, and 25 to 34. So it's the second leading cause for kids that for yeah, people age 10 to 14, 15 to 24. I don't know why they gotta break it up like this, but okay, because I guess they do it in groups. 24 to 35. So basically it's 10 age 10 to 34. That's a big oh God. Suicide. And now I don't know, I bet you it's gonna be even higher with coronavirus and all of this inflation and all of this stuff. I bet you coming up, the newer ones is gonna be higher. But now, this is what I'm saying that if children are suffering, and this is mercurial energy, it's mercurial. This is in the short trips, the ones right in your area, right in the community, right? Yeah, the kid, right in there, the kids. I mean, I don't know. It's so many places here in America where, yeah, where children. This is something I've been talking about for, yeah, for a minute. Yeah, yeah. And it's why it's so important that I maintain this lifestyle and I help my children do it too because yeah, it's hard and especially for the last few years what I was going through in Richmond. Good God Almighty, I but it's because of my lifestyle. So she has, right, she's been lucky enough to have the tools and the skills in order to be able to manage stress and all of this. Yeah, because they gotta, this stuff they have to learn how to do. See, it's mercurial. In the short, okay, I can't, both from Mercury came up together. And that will leave her right there. Venus right up there. Actually, there she go. Yeah, Neptune, but I was saying that too. Mercury together. Short. And we already know is the kids are at risk in most, yeah. And it comes up with the lovers and the magician. What is that about? Guys, I feel like because it's a lot like what they being exposed to. It's crazy. I mean, damn, it's just disturbing. I feel oh God. So right. Then so something has to be done. But in a lot of these neighborhoods, just like in Virginia and even where I am here in Philadelphia, these areas are going through gentrification, I have to say. But now somebody as a person, as somebody who's been through this process before living in Brooklyn, it is excruciating. Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh God. It's excruciating. But the kids. So guys, yeah. Yeah, all highlighted for Pluto because it's true. The kids should be playing out in the sun. Now, New York, the, even though it was now being in Brooklyn for the last couple of months with my nephews and all of that stuff, it's beautiful, especially when my sister moved back there, like parks, New York City parks and recreation. They doing their thing on the parks and stuff. Good God Almighty, the parks are dope in New York City. Yes, the parks are dope. The new parks they built in New York are dope. So the kids have somewhere to go. And so we always had the parks in Brooklyn. We always use the parks. But it's nice to see that they are fixed. Yeah, there's a lot of new parks as they start building up new. See, built Pluto, it breaks down structures. So a lot of the whole old houses and a lot old apartment buildings and a lot of the stuff, they breaking them down in order to build new housing for new people. My sister lives like in a like a whole new, yeah, pretty new area where they building in Brooklyn, and it is beautiful for the kids. But I even noticed how the buildings, like the architecture, like how they around the park. Yeah, the park is there ready, but they are building a building right on the corner of the park. I'm like, wow, so they gonna block the kid, yeah, to kind of like block the kids and yeah, so people can't just like the street and the yeah the streets. I said it makes sense because they want to make sure. Yeah, how you could park? You can't just park right in front of the park. You can't just park your car right in front of the park and just run. No, you're gonna be like, yup, on the side street. How long you gonna sit there for? Right. So it's about you could tell kids safety and all of that other stuff. And the parents too, because you want to sit in the park and you want to be comfortable. But so it is nice that to see that in Brooklyn because the kid, yeah, man, shoot. But now, fast forward all the new housing and all the new buildings that been built, yeah, built in Brooklyn. So aesthetically, it looks yeah, the eye. But now, what happens after these new houses start to come up? So people are forced to move out, change. But now, Pluto represents change and transformation. It's necessary, people, and it's happening. And I would assume that as these structures start to break down and they start to build up new ones, I guess what this is saying to me is that Pluto, right, and I guess working with the other planets here, the Sun and Mercury, are I guess focusing their energy on children and making it more safer for them, making sure that they feel safe in their communities. So I'm sensing with Mercury, the police, they agree. Now, this is another thing in New York I noticed too, because now for safety reasons, you walk around a certain time of the day, right? Moving around. I'll go outside around the times when the kids are coming home from school. It'd be, yo, the cop, I can't, yeah, the cops, because the schools, they be right outside the schools, but they push the kids. I seen that here in Philadelphia too, yeah. They push the kids home after school because you know how they'll stand around, they be yelling and screaming, doing all kind of stupid stuff. The police be out there. I don't see them like manhandling them. They sit in their car, but they ride, yes, and they push, yep. And most of them, I'm like, damn. So it's like they get followed. All it's like protection. Get them all the way to their projects or wherever they live, which is great because I mean, if they dying at these kind of rates, like, come on, that's 10 to like that's most of their childhood. So that's saying if you got a child, so from the age of 10 to 34, I got to be worried about my child committing suicide. No, see, that's what I'm saying. So then that means as a mom, I have to be paying attention to my kid from yeah, yeah. So since the sun cards show up here, see now the father, right? The fathers are yeah are gonna start to be held accountable for yeah because the strength card here, the beast strength. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you right now. I said that you better go look at the Venus video because the Venus talks about all this. It explains the law part and it talks about Saturn. The law. I talked about the law here. And your ass going because the lady came out here. If you get in trouble something with some kids or something doing something to kids, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna end up in front of some lady, the Ace of Swords. The Ace is death and fucking taxes, bro. Yup. If you end up in the court, you're gonna get hammered. And right now, I feel like because what they showing me is the jail gates. If you go to jail right now for hurting like children, I don't know. You probably gonna have to be like in solitary confinement. You probably gonna need get in jail. You probably gonna need protective custody or some shit like that for hurting kids because I guess all of this stuff is coming up, like childhood wounds and all of this stuff coming up because the soul work. Pluto deals with the soul. The sun represents the soul, right? And in astrology, right? We talk about the sun, the soul, which is why the sun sign is so important because sun in Scorpio is the soul. Yeah. And worse if they in like me in the fifth house. And then even worse if it's in the realm of the moon, like me, with a Neptune midhaven. It's the Pisces mid, right? Who's all about women and children. And this is what I'm saying. So now, I guess people who are Plutonian are gonna be doing this kind of work, men and women. If they're going to pick up a cause and stuff, I guess this is what Pluto is saying. Not guess, but it is. I keep saying, I guess it's hard, Chin. I don't know. This is new stuff. Now I do it, but not publicly. So now I gotta say that. So I'm on really, yeah. It's a lot of pressure. But yeah, so I'm assuming that Scorpio, because Chiron, yes, yeah, Scorpio are gonna be picking up, I guess, the children, and some of them is gonna be unexpected job moves, moving into areas of work where they because now that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I don't disagree because I'm already talking about this and I keep telling my kids that because they keep saying mine like okay you gonna right you get right what you gonna do but I'm gonna get me a son and for some reason if I can't have my son in this lifetime 'cause I know he exists for whatever reason I don't know why but if I can't if it doesn't happen then whatever karma that I have to clear for Ruth, then I'm going to get me a little boy. And maybe not through foster care, but probably adopt and pay my karma through there, like whatever, and take, yes. I'm saying like maybe six. And they like, uh, right, okay, so then right. And I'll treat him like my son and drop him off to school and do all of that and still work and do all of that stuff. But I have to do it. So I feel like a lot of Scorpios are probably Aquariuses, probably Capricorns, the ones that's coming up in here, heavily influenced by Plutonian. I take it these Aquariuses and probably Leos, Mercury. Yeah, these people probably have strong Scorpio placements. Um, are probably going to because your energy, like you think about it, okay, I need for it to make dollars and cents. Like who's gonna be you wanna fight for a cause and put charity or do something? Who I mean, I agree. I'd rather do it for children. and then it helps their parents because they take it home to them what they learn. I agree. I'm gonna have to go with the children because if we talking about futuristic and all of that other stuff, then I got a better chance baking on them because they younger, right? And they got more, right? More of a lifespan, I hope, especially, right? And I'm gonna go with them. So I agree with Pluto. I'm not gonna lie, but it's also because a lot of for Scorpios who, especially ones that are becoming initiates and all of this stuff, Pluto energy ain't no joke. You gotta, yeah, but nobody knows better about dealing with Plutonian energy better than Scorpios. You deal with that shit all consistently all the time. Death transferring. When she talk about moving from place, everybody in my family be like, okay, so you gonna move again? I be like, okay, right. But when I looked it up, right, I looked it up and they said, I mean, it's one of these places I read. I don't like saying they. An article like the average person moves some X amount of times. It wasn't as many times as I moved. It was more than that. I'm like, what's the damn? What everybody's talking about because it's normal, right? Okay, then so right. I mean, I read it. Look, put it in Google and see. That's Nene. What? Okay, I'm gonna call Nene back in a few minutes. Hold on. Hello, Nene. What? 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 I can't hear him. Yeah, Fanny. Yeah. Okay, let me just finish this and I'll call her back. It ain't sound like no emergency. So let's do Pluto in the first, Pluto in the second, Pluto in the third, Pluto in the fourth. I can't hear her. Hello? Nene. Nene. Okay, I'm gonna have to call her from the other phone because I can't. Yeah. Let me just do it. Pluto in the first, always hit the 12th, right? This will be, I don't know, some advice. You could look this card up and see. But the question for all of us, Pluto asked, what do you appreciate about your personality? So I don't know, maybe getting personality tests and stuff like this right now, personality disorders, all of these things could be coming up, guys. Now, if you at work dealing with these kind of things, they could be coming up to, yeah. So let's start with collectively, right? All of us, since it's a collect, is the Page of Wands. Again, see, so we clear about that, right? Well, inner child healing, the soul, because the kids working with kids, you heal yourself too. It could be y'all dealing with sick kids, but it's the soul. Yeah, children, the soul. Kids, it could be babies and having that didn't get born and karmic that related to them too. So that confirms the page with the Cadian, right? Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm just as nervous as you are. The first house, yeah, I'm crashing on my daughter's couch. One, thank God, I got one right with a couch and the apartment to put it in, right? Good God Almighty, glory be. Am I not happy? I mean, am I happy? Am I not happy that I didn't make the wrong decision? Am I not? No. What did I say? Am I not happy? What am I not happy about? Oh my God. Another page, y'all. Page of Cups. What I'm not happy about, another page. What I'm not happy about is this area she living in particularly. Now, yeah, and how being here to go through this process. No, thank you. So that I'm not happy about, which is my baby's a cancer. But okay, so that's for house one. Yep. Pluto in the first house. Page of Cups. Pluto in the first. Pluto in the second. Well, it ain't that many pages. It's only four. But that's two already. The second house. Look at that. The second house, Temperance. So, yeah, Jupiter. Third, they taking so long, right? Third, 10 of Pentacles, third house. 10 of Pentacles, fourth house. Fourth house, Queen of Swords. Fifth house, fifth house, which is, yep, Leo. Fifth house, 8 of Cups, Leo. Sixth house, the Justice card. Seventh house, the 8 of Wands. Eighth house, Nine of Cups. That's the ninth house, right? Let's make sure. One, two, three, four, five. No, it's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Eighth house, 9 of Cups. Nine, nine, ninth house, ninth house, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Ninth house, 10th. That's what I mean. 10, the moon was on top. 10. The Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. 11. Nope, it's the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, 10. 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. 11th house, Aquarius, that came up here. This it was almost the Three of Pentacles. 11th house. The Hierophant and 12th house. Saturn. Okay, guys, so I hope this helped. Padian, y'all could look this up. And the Journeyman came up. Y'all could look up Brian Frost. This is Pluto, okay? Pluto speaks. Also, the sun. Okay, y'all? Bye.